Hello guys, once again welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to introduce you to purchase order in SAP MM functional module. Purchase order, as the name itself suggests, that we have to place the order for the material or service. So the purchase order is going to be sent outside the organization or outside your company. That means it's an external document. So we have to send this purchase order to the vendors in order to do the procurement process. Before the purchase order, there is a step called as request for quotation. So if you have not viewed that video, so I'll leave the link in the description, or you can see at the topmost there is a link where you can see and learn how to create the request for quotation. So let us see what is the workflow of the purchase order. So this is the purchase order, and sometimes in shortcut we call it as a PO. Its T code is to create the purchase order is ME21N. So now here you can see this is the flow here, and the purchase order, you can see this is the purchase order, and the document type, standard document type as per the SAP MM is NB. So how we can create the purchase order? So this purchase order, we can create it with a reference to purchase requisition as shown in this block, that we created the purchase requisition. If any requisition is there within the department, we have to raise the purchase requisition. It's an internal document, it doesn't go outside of your company. Then there's a request for quotation. So just recently we have seen what is the request for quotation. We have to create this request for quotation, and we send it to the various vendors, and vendors respond with their conditions, price of the material or price of the services. Then we need to maintain, and then we have to compare the price, and we reject the vendors if we are not satisfied, and we select any one vendor so that we can procure the material or services. So with reference we can actually create the purchase order. And there is one more called as without reference. Okay, without any purchase requisition or request for quotation, we can actually create this PO is an external document, so this will go to the vendor, so which will be mentioned in the PO document. So this is very important document. And there is one more criteria called as automatic purchase order creation, auto PO. That also we'll see once we actually go through the entire P2P cycle. So we are in the step called as PO. After this step, we have to go for goods receipt. That means we are going to receive the goods. Then there is an invoice verification, so which completes the P2P cycle for SAP MM functional module. Afterwards, we'll see how to create the automatic purchase order, how the automatic purchase order will be created, what are its prerequisites and all those things. So now let us go ahead and create the purchase order for particular requirement. So first thing is log into the SAP GUI, and you can run the T code from here, that is ME21N. So type ME21N and press enter. So this is the purchase order initial screen. It has three important sections. So let me collapse all the sections. So first section is the header, next item overview, and the last third is item details. Let us collapse this. Now whenever we open the purchase order, the first thing is it will ask you to enter the vendor number if you are creating the manual PO. Then it will ask you to enter the organization data such as the purchase organization, company code, as well as purchase group. Then in item overview, here we have to enter the material name or number, whatever it is, for which is created for your organization. Then how much quantities you want, what is the ordering unit, what is the delivery date. Some of the fields will be automatically captured through the master data. So that is the use of the master data. So master data is very important for us if you maintain, so it will reduce the data entry into these type of documents. Net price, it will also fetch if it is maintained in the master data. Then currency, per price unit, order price unit, then material group, plant. So you can manually enter which plant you want to actually enter, but make sure that the material should be maintained in that plant. Then there is a storage location, batch, require number, then there is a requisitioner, etc. So if you have maintained the info record, it will fetch here automatically, the info record will come. If you have maintained any purchase requisition, so it will fetch from the purchase requisition. Okay, and if there is an agreement, contract, central contract, it will fetch automatically from it. So RFQ is there, it will fetch automatically from it. So this is the actually the PO structure and all those things. Now we'll go to the item details. We'll collapse this. I'll collapse the header also, and I'll expand the item. So once you populate all the things in the item overview, the item detail will actually open. Right now it is not opening because we have not entered anything. We'll see now. Now we'll see both the ways. One is to create the PO with reference to quotation. Okay, that is RFQ. Now if you want to do that, there are two ways you can just do that. One is there is an option called as document overview on. Just click on it, and here you will see one column here. Here you can see it's nothing is there, but we need to actually select here. Okay, you can see there is an option called as selection variant, and you will see lot of options. My purchase orders on hold, my parked purchase orders, purchase requisitions on hold, etc. So as I said, I am going to create this PO with respect to quotation. There is an option called as request for quotation. If you click on it, okay, here you have selectors here, material number, selection parameters, plant, supplying plant, storage location. Okay, and there is something called as purchase organization, purchasing group. So if you remember, we created the request for quotation, and there also we have entered the purchase organization, purchase group. We have not entered the plant, so because we can use this for other plants also, otherwise it will restrict. Now enter the purchase organization, so ABPO, and then purchase group was ABPO. Okay, and if you know any other information, if you want to enter here, so company code is here, ABCS. All right, and if you know the vendor also, you can just enter the vendor name. So as you know, in the previous video we have created the request for quotation, and we have rejected two vendors and we accepted one vendor. The vendor name was 1-101. Enter and execute this and see whether it will show yes. Now you can see this is the number of the document of the request for quotation for that vendor. So it has fetched. If you want to extract all the data, and it will automatically fill the header and item overview, select it and click adopt, or you can just drag and drop it on the cart option. Just drop it. Now you can see it's a magic. It will fill everything. Even it has filled the supplier name. It has also filled the header also. If you are manually creating, you have to enter this vendor name. This also you have to enter. Okay, and you can see it will also fetch the partner role also automatically. Next, you can see here in the item overview, it has filled this. Okay, and you can see from where it is getting the data. It is getting the data from the, you can see, RFQ, that is request for quotation. All right, next you can see it is showing something red. That means there is some error. How do we check this? There is an option called as check. Click on it. Now you can see it will give you some errors and as well as warning. If it's yellow color symbol, that means it is just a warning, and if it's red, it's error. So the document cannot be saved without resolving the errors. Purchase order still contains faulty items. Enter the plant. So we need to enter the plant because the RFQ was without the plant. So we need to enter the plant. So we need to enter the plant name ABC1. Just press enter. It will also ask you the storage location. So STL1 is our storage location. Now if you see that the errors are gone, you can see, if you check, everything is. Now it will give you some error, that is yellow. Following mandatory roles missing in partner maintenance, that is DP, delivery plant, IP, invoicing party, and then freight supply. So these roles are missing in the partner maintenance. You can skip this or you can maintain manually here. So you can go to header here and there is a partners. Now you can see you can maintain the role DP when same vendor. If you want the invoicing party, so it is, and what FS is a freight, then the same vendor. Different vendors also can play a role. What is this partner role and partner function? This already covered in the starting lectures, starting videos that you can go and watch how to configure this. Now you just collapse this, and remember one thing is that not only just one material, you can also have a lot of materials you can place the orders. Collapse this. Now go to the item details. Now you can see the item details is open here. Now let's go one by one about the tabs. The material data, you can see how much quantity we have ordering, it's 100. Then you have delivery schedule, then delivery. So this is nothing but if over delivery tolerance is there, if you want to mention, you can mention 2%, 10%. That means if there is extra delivery, if 100 instead of 100, 105, that is permissible, you can just maintain here. Under tolerance is also same thing. If the delivery is say around less than 2% of whatever we have placed, 100, if they deliver us 95, if it's okay, it will, the PO and GR will be accepted. Then you have invoice. As you can see, we have selected the invoice receipt. Yes, I want the invoice receipt. Then GR based invoice verification. Yes, whatever the goods receipt quantity, everything will be entered. On that basis, the invoicing will be done. This is very, very important. If you uncheck this, then you can do invoice without the GR also. Then tax code, it is optional. You can maintain here or you can maintain it later, no problem. Then you have conditions. This is very, very important, where the PP, XX, cross price, freight value, everything is fetched from the request for quotation. Then if any text is there, that also you can maintained here. Delivery address, where we are going to deliver this, where we need it, confirmation. If you need any acknowledgement, you can check this. Okay, condition control, print price, yes. Then last one is retail. This is not that much important right now for us. So this is how we can now create the pivot. So let us go and save this. So now you can see the pivot is created. So like this, you can see standard PO created under the number this. So this is how you can create the PO from the RFQ or purchase requisition. And also we are going to see how to create the PO manually. Let us go and see how to create the manual. Let me start from scratch again. Type the T code as ME21N. Now this is without any reference with respect to RFQ or purchase requisition. We are not going to use it. We are going to do it manually. So vendor is ME21N. Purchase organization is ABPO. Purchase group is ABP. Company code is ABCS. Okay. And the material I'm going to use is the clutch. Enter. Plant ABC1. Then it will ask you the storage location. That also please type the storage location STL1, which is here. Okay. Enter the quantity, how much you want. Actually, this quantity, say I want 200. Then it will ask net price must be greater than 0. So I have to manually enter it's a 98. Okay. Now you can see almost everything is done, and if you want to see any errors are there or any warnings, check it first. It says the following mandatory roles missing in the partner determination DP. So DP is nothing but delivery plan vendor. So you have to go to header and go to partners and see. So DP are to maintain. So DP is also I want to maintain 101. So this partner role and functions already we have covered it in the initial videos. You can go and check, watch it. So just check this, and now you can see all the errors are gone, and it will show you no messages issued during the check. So this is how manually you have to create. See this delivery invoice, everything is fetched from the master data. So master data plays very important role. It eliminates, it will take the data, all the things from the master data, vendor master data, and it will also take the data from the material master. So now you can just go ahead and save this. You can see standard PO created under the number 4500019544. Okay, so this number is assigned automatically by the SAP MM configuration to this document. So this is how we can create the purchase orders and from the purchase requisition or request for quotation, or you can also do it manually. So this is it. If you like it, do press the like button as well as subscribe to my channel. Also don't forget to actually enable the bell icon for the alerts whenever I actually create and upload new videos. Thank you guys, and in the next video we are going to see goods receipt. Thank you.